The next and final thing that we're going to talk about, or chart that we're going to talk about to organize data, is called a box plot. A box plot kind of looks like a little funky thing with whiskers on the outside right here. But it just displays a set of data, just like a histogram does, just like a dot plot does, in a little bit different way. So there are 5 data points that get shown in this box plot. There is the minimum, which is the lowest point in the dot or in the set of data. There is the lower quartile, which is the median or the middle number of the lower half of the set of data. Then there's the median, which you all know how to find the median. Remember, you line your data up from least to greatest and you count to the middle. There's the upper quartile, which is the median of the upper half of the data. And then there's the maximum, which is the largest number in the data set. So the only thing that you're going to have to know how to do with box plots is if I give you a box plot on a number line and you have to give me what is the minimum, I might ask you what is the median, or I might ask you what is the maximum. You will not have to construct your own box plot or look at a set of data and create your own. You're just going to be reading them just like you did with dot plots and with histograms. The last thing about a box plot is the interquartile range, and that's where we take the upper quartile value and we subtract it from the lower quartile value, and we get the interquartile range. And this is where most of the data lies. So when we're looking at a set of data, the most common, or where most of the data is going to be, is in that interquartile range. And we'll talk about that a little bit later. So here we're going to look at, we have a box plot, and we are going to look at, here's our box plot that's been constructed for us already from a set of data that they had. And all we're going to do is we're going to identify the minimum. We're going to identify the minimum, the lower quartile, the median, the upper quartile, and the maximum by looking at our box plot. So if you remember from the slide before, the minimum is the whisker that is farthest to the left, and we can see that that lines up with 50. So we could say that our minimum, or the smallest number in the set of data, is 50. The lower quartile, which is the median of the lower half of the data, is 58, because it lines up right there with 58. Our median, which is the next point, is 64, and that's the middle of the data. If we were to be looking at a data set, that 64 would be exactly in the middle. The upper quartile is the right half of that box, which is 70. And then the maximum is that right whisker, or that very far right dot, which is the highest number in our set of data. So we've identified all 5 parts of our box plot. The interquartile range, if you remember from before, is the upper quartile subtracted by the lower quartile. So 70 minus 58, and we identified those values up here, 58 and 70. And when we subtract those, our interquartile range is 12. So there are 12 numbers, or a range of 12 numbers in that box. When looking at a box plot, we cannot find the median or the mode because we don't know exactly how many numbers there are. We just kind of see a summary. So I can't say, oh, 64 is the most common number, because that's not identified in the box plot. Can we find the range? We can find the range. If you remember, finding the range is the maximum number minus the minimum number. And in a box plot, we can see we have the maximum number right here, which is 72, and our minimum number is 50. So we can find the range when looking at a box plot. 72 minus 50, which gets us 22. And we can find the median because that is one of the numbers that is shown in our box plot. So we can also find the median by looking at a box plot, which in this case, is 64. So again, all you're going to have to do with a box plot is just be able to identify the minimum, the lower quartile, the median, the upper quartile, and the maximum, and then be able to subtract to find the interquartile range or to find the range overall. You will not have to create your own box plot from a set of data, only being able to identify the numbers. If you have filled in your notes along with this video and you have taken the Canvas quiz on reading histograms, then you are done for today. You do not need to submit your notes to me. I'm just trusting that you watched the video and that you filled them in and you have them. Tomorrow you're going to have a practice on reading box plots, so it's helpful that you have watched this video and filled in your notes so you know what to do. Thank you. Have a great day. Let me know if you have any questions.